What is going on, YouTube? How is everyone's day going? I hope it's going good because mine's going great. This is the final episode of the boat restoration project on the 15-foot loop craft. All we're focusing on in this video is cosmetics like fishing pole holders and lights, navigation lights, switches, the radio, the fish finders, all sorts of things just to make the experience better while riding on the boat and fishing on the boat, of course. If you guys do enjoy this video, make sure you go ahead and drop a like, a comment, and subscribe. It really does help the channel. And of course, thank you guys for watching. Me and Dylan are about to paint this whole entire trailer a nice silver color. He's already getting at it hard. Dude, they're so stripped. There we go. Yeah. How long? Dude, I think it broke. Yeah, I'm turning the whole boat. We're out here. I just took the angle grinder and got these letters off. I got Dylan out here working with me. But yeah, we're gonna get this trailer painted and looking good. I wasn't even gonna paint the trailer, so I'm not really half-assing it, but I'm not gonna sand that. We got this sanded down pretty good, and we're about to use all 7 cans of our spray paint, hopefully, that we just got. Alright, so we've gotten the whole trailer painted, the trailer's dry. We put the bunks back on, and we're just now getting started on putting carpet on the bunks. Alright, y'all, so we completely finished the trailer, and we're about to go pick the boat up from a lake down the road. It's about 15 minutes away. Man, well, Dylan really did most of the work. Dylan is the trailer god. I mean, look at how beautiful this thing looks now. It's got a nice, pristine paint job. No rust in sight. We're about to put some carpet on these bunks on the side and then put that last wheel on the back, and then we're gonna go pick the boat up from Lake Colby. Alright everyone, so for me, it's been hours. It's like 11 p.m. right now. The last time I talked to y'all and showed you an update, it was near 6 p.m. Like 5, we were going to Lake Colby to get the boat back, which we picked up. And then as soon as we picked it up, we were just gonna call it a day and stop. But I went to my dad's house and I got myself into a little predicament here, you know. I threw the whole engine, threw the jack plate on, and then I threw the engine on the jack plate. We obviously aren't 100% sure where we want to put this. As of right now, I kind of like it like this so I can be driving on the water and casting, like from the same area. And then I have my boys up here fishing, sitting, whatever, chilling. Enough with all this chit chat. I'm gonna show you guys what you've been waiting for a couple weeks now. It's been 3 videos. Here we are. All right, everybody, it is the next day. It's about 12 p.m. right now, and we're about to start running all the wires. I'm actually gonna silicone this down and screw it in. We got some silicone under there. We're about to drill it. Alright, so Miguel just left about 30 minutes ago. We got the center console screwed down and a bunch of silicone under it to really hold it there. We also put some marine sealant on each of the screws, and then we went ahead and siliconed the outside line just so water can't go under. Alright, so now the same hole that we have the steering cable run through, which is coming out here, we also have to get this through and both of our shifting cables, and yeah, it's just looking like it's going to be a fun time. I understand. We've got the throttle cable ran and on. We're about to go ahead and run the shifter, which goes to here and here, and then you flip this little thing up so it holds it in place. Thank you, Lord. That is a lot harder than it looks. All right, so we're starting with like cosmetics on the boat, pretty much is what I would call it. I'm going ahead and throwing on these cleats. I've already got one on that side. I marked the foot, and we're gonna put the cleat right in the middle on this marking so it will line up with that one. We're gonna put a cleat here and on the other side, and then that's probably it, because I do want to have my trolling motor, I think, mounted here so it can drop in here. So I'm taking a small bit and I'm hitting it for a second, and then I take that off. I know where my holes are. We got marine sealant. You don't really need it on these holes because water's never really gonna make it up here, but this seals everything. This makes this screw have there's no way these screws will wiggle loose. It's like a glue, but it's also a sealant, if that makes sense. Stick it on, give it some play, because it's got some play in there. And boom, get down under here. All that marine sealant you put on is now gonna be on the tip of your bolt, and you're gonna screw the nut right over it. We got all of the cleats bolted on. We put 2 on each side, like I said. Now we're gonna move on to getting this. I'm just probably gonna get it right about here. Now that everything like that is done, I'm gonna go ahead and make this a little longer, and that's for the switch box. Alright, so we've got them connected. We've got one red connected to one, and then one black connected to one. And from there, you take this red and black wire right here, splice it to another wire, so you can run it from here to these. So this black wire from here, you would put another black wire and splice them together and run it to here. And then you would take the red one and do the same thing with another red wire and run it to here. Now anything you want to use, imagine you want to run your bilge pump. You're going to take your bilge pump and you're going to take the black wire from it and run it to here. And then you're going to take the red wire and run it to one of these clips right here. So we finally got power to my switch panel. I'll show y'all what I did. I did exactly what I said. I ran a red wire and a black wire from the battery, and then a black wire and a red wire to my switch panel. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the white light in the back and get that connected to my switch, my white and my green and red one. Basically put the green and red light up there, run the wires on the outside of the boat under it, and then we're gonna drill a little hole probably right here and run it down and then run it into here. I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna do it, but I'm also gonna do that with the white light, splice them in the middle and then run that one of the wires to here and one of the wires to here. All right, we got the green light on. We had to drop it through a hole that came out here. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. And we also figured out that these green and black wires, we're just gonna snip them, then splice these, and it runs all the way down to right here. So I just need to splice another wire set all the way down, and then splice these two together to another wire that runs in here and will go down, run under, and come up to my switches. Basically what I'm gonna start with is stripping these. I'm gonna strip this green one first. Well, they're both green, but one's green and black. It's like red and my God. All right, so we got that. We could strip a little more, I guess. Twist some caps on these. And of course, I'm gonna have to tape them. Those ones are ready for some tape. I might be able to find some tape around here. Most likely not. But this is gonna be rigged funny. It is gonna be a funny one. I'm gonna rig it on the inside. And let's see if it even reaches. Are you out of your mind? Somehow, some way, I found electrical tape. Welcome back, everyone. It is the next day. I'm gonna be just focusing on, I don't really know yet. I'm probably gonna start with putting my radio here. And then after we put the radio there, I'm gonna get the bilge pump and, oh, it's right here already. I already put it in here. I think I have to run to Walmart and get a mount for it, or Ace or something. Maybe I'll just buy a whole new one. Get a mount for it so I can mount it in here. And I need a tube that'll fit this one. Yeah, I'll probably just go buy a whole new one. We're about to cut this in for the radio. I had to move the steering wheel out of the way so I could get my little jigsaw in there. It's been a few hours. I've got the radio put in and the bilge pump is in. I got this little thing holding the hose and the bilge pump is screwed in, not in the bottom but on the side. I just got back from Lowe's. I went and grabbed some red and black wire. I got 25 feet of it so I can run this bilge pump. And then after this bilge pump, we're gonna get straight to the radio. We're gonna turn that on. I still have to buy speakers for it since I sold the other speakers with the other boat. I guess right now would be a very good time to show y'all what I've been up to. I finally got the radio to work. Obviously I gotta get speakers for it, but radio works. Bilge pump works. And backlight works, and the front one works as well. I haven't been recording much because there's not much for y'all to see except me screwing in bolts. It's not that interesting, but this is. If this light works right here, I might try to mount these on the front of my boat for flounder gigging lights. So what I'll do really quick actually, let's see if they work. We got the wire spliced. Live reaction with you guys. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. If I were to put them on, I'd probably put them under. But I don't know if that's going to work how I want to, honestly. But those are some very good lights. I could mount one up here and run the wire down and have a light up there for when I'm driving. That's exactly what I'm going to do, honestly. All right, so as you guys can see behind me, I have one of those lights. I couldn't find the mount for it, so I made my own, 2 zip ties. And basically, the whole idea of this is once I have both of them up there, when I turn them on, if it's nighttime and we need to go fast and haul ass somewhere, with that switch, we got these lights for a nice spotlight when we're going in the dark. This switch is gonna be blue lights. We got this one for the green and the red and the white. This one's gonna be my bilge. Run into there. This one, I don't think has any power to it, so we didn't use it. And this one is my radio. So we've used every switch except this one. And we're gonna scratch the plan of, we were going to put this onto this switch, but this switch doesn't work. So we're just gonna have to use that little small battery over there like we did on the old boat. Go ahead and vacuum this thing out really quick while it's still early and it's not late, so I don't make all of my neighbors mad. It's been about a day or two since I've last recorded. Right now, I actually took the old drain plug out because we went to Ace and I bought a bigger one. I'm about to put some resin in here to seal the inside of my transom. And yeah, we've got the spot lock trolling motor coming on the 18th, so it'll be here in 2 days. We got my registration stickers and the actual tag. And yeah, we're just waiting for a few things to come in on Amazon and it's ready. We've got the 12-volt battery lithium 100 AH, and we've also got, of course, the 12-volt 55-pound thrust trolling motor with spot lock and a micro remote, and they're both coming on the same day, which is 2 days from now. We've got this hole all sealed up with some resin on the inside. As you can see, it's nice and shiny in there. Once that dries, we're gonna go ahead and sand it a little bit and then throw this plug in there. All right, so we kind of just avoided this till the very end because wow, is this fucking disgusting. All right, so for the final reveal, this is what we've got. All right, so we got both of them done now. That one's looking clean. Ooh, let me move this before it actually makes my entire boat disgusting. All right, it is the next day and everything has arrived. The trolling motor won't be here till the 18th and tomorrow's the 17th. So tomorrow's really the last day I have to work on this thing until the trolling motor comes, because once the trolling motor comes and gets put on, it's over. I'm bringing it to the water and testing it out. But I got the new live well pump. We got it all ready. We're about to wire it and run some PVC pipe to here and make sure it works. And then, yeah, the speakers I can't do until I get the adapter piece. So I threw in this speaker on this side and I have another one on the other side. As I'm showing you the one on the other side, I'll show you this. I just put this in. It's just a little pole holder that goes down so I don't have to put it on the side of my boat. I've got this other speaker. Another thing that I added was this switch, because this one on my switch panel doesn't work, and this controls that live well pump. All right, everyone, it is the next day. Right now I'm currently just making myself a little workbench out of this plywood because I have completely finished the boat now. The radio works. So yeah, we got that connected to this switch, and we got a speaker here and a speaker here. I'm gonna show you a quick tutorial on how to put a Mini Coda power drive on your boat. Alright, so the first thing I want to take care of is pre-drilling some holes, not the ones that are going into the trolling motor, but the ones that are going into the actual boat. Now we're gonna go ahead and drill in these other holes we made. Alright, so I put some silicone under it as well to hold it down, but we have this screw in, and it was a bitch because it was a little stripped out already. And then we've got these two in. So now I'm gonna cut a hole in the front, and I'm gonna treat this as a little trash can for like little bags and stuff. So I'm gonna cut like a big enough hole to get my whole hand in there. Just big enough to get my fingers in here, get a nut on one of these screws. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put more screws on the outside. I mean more bolts on the outside. I'm gonna make these two screws instead of bolts. Since I siliconed it, it should not be going anywhere anyways. And yeah, I'm just gonna use very thick screws for these two because I can't get to these two. There's no way, it's not gonna happen. What's up, guys? So we've got the trolling motor on and we've got just a regular 12-volt battery. We're just gonna bring this out to the nearby lake and we're gonna go test it out. You know, I've already got it around my neck. I can't wait. I am gonna be bringing a pole, so I'm gonna bring my chest mount. If I start to get onto some fish or get onto any luck out there, I'll definitely let y'all tune in. Our first time in the sun, completely done. I gotta close the garage, put everything in the boat, lift the trim, and we're gonna be heading to the lake, see if we can get ourselves a bass. That was weird. The strap kind of came loose there, but I got out and I fixed it. Alright, I know it's pretty windy out here, but we've got the trolling motor working and we're rolling up to our first spot. Yeah, this thing, we're in 20-mile-per-hour winds and it is holding us right here. So I am astounded right now. This is a beautiful thing. Alright, y'all, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Next video, we're gonna see you out there on the water. That was the end of the restoration project. I really hope you enjoyed the series. Thank you so much for watching. And once again, I hope you enjoyed.